Hello. Welcome to day 20 of the boldest and most transparent marketing strategy ever. My name is Kevin Howard, and I'm the host of Breadcrumbs, a podcast for people who know it's not working. And I'm here pitching Joe Rogan and Jamie to invite me on the Joe Rogan Experience so that we could talk about the issues most impacting the lives of everyday people. I'm making my case by presenting a video short from my podcast, Breadcrumbs, one a day, every day, for as long as it takes. You have just found the weekend edition of this promotion. On the weekend edition, instead of presenting a video short from Breadcrumbs, I highlight one of my favorite all-time Joe Rogan Experience moments. Today's Joe Rogan Experience moment is episode 1419, where Joe Rogan interviews Daryl Davis. I will put the link to the YouTube version of episode 1419 so you can see it yourself. What I'm inviting you to do is just to watch the first 7 minutes of this episode. I think almost all of you will not be able to stop after 7 minutes. At a time of the most vitriolic political environment in our country, we are divided in this nation to the point where we hate each other. Joe Rogan interviewed Daryl Davis. Daryl Davis is a blues man. He's a jazz man, and he happens to be a black man. He tells the most extraordinary story of how, when he was performing with a band in the South, his encounter with a man who happened to be white, who turned out to be a member of the Ku Klux Klan. When you hear this 7 minutes, what you're going to see is, despite all the reasons we're given to hate each other, what happens when you're actually confronted with the very source of what you hate and have been encouraged to hate? You actually listen to them. You actually have a conversation. And so this is what happened. Daryl Davis tells the story about how he had a conversation with this member of the Klan. And out of this relationship, Daryl Davis somehow gets thousands of members of the Klan to give up their robes. Yeah, you heard it here. So check out the Joe Rogan Experience, episode 1419, where Joe Rogan interviews Daryl Davis. This is one of my favorite all-time Joe Rogan Experience moments because it proves the power of humanity exceeds any of the nonsense reasons we've been given to hate each other. You take care, and I'll see you next time in the conversation.